This morning in Legal Logic, there is a great deal of news right now in the application of the so-called attorney-client privilege. Back to break it all down for us is attorney Brian Kuhner. Welcome back.
Good morning. How are you? Good to see you.
This is actually a wonderful topic. I'm sure a lot of people have questions regarding this. So, first of all, regarding that privilege, it's always, you know, attorney-client privilege. Is it one or the other? Who has that privilege?
Okay. Attorney-client privilege is the privilege of the client to keep his confidential communications with the lawyer private. Okay? Only with regard to legal advice, however.
Okay, so let's break it down then.
Sure.
So when would something like this apply? When would that privilege come into play?
Good example, obviously, is if you go to a lawyer's office and you're seeking legal advice and you have confidential communications about your legal problem. You want to keep that communication confidential. You want to keep it between yourselves. And the reason for the privilege is because the client wants to be able to tell all of his problems, everything to the lawyer, and feel free that whatever he tells the lawyer will remain confidential.
Right.
But the problem comes in things like with Donald Trump, and that's, I think, big in the news right now. The whole attorney-client privilege. Michael Cohen's office got raided, and they took all of this electronic device, and the question is, what is privileged, what isn't?
Right, so I know you mentioned when it's lawful. What if the act is unlawful? What if now you're almost like divulging this information and you as an attorney feel, okay, I gotta say something here.
And that's the rub.
Okay.
Because if in fact the communication, and there's some exceptions, and that's one of them, and there's two real main exceptions. The first one is the advice business advice? Okay? And that's the whole big thing, or is it lawful or dishonest? Okay? First of all, the business advice. This Mr. Michael Cohen, he's a lawyer, but he only has 3 clients. He has Donald Trump, our president. He has, I guess, Sean Hannity, the commentator on Fox News, and the third fellow. He only has 3 clients. So the question is, the communications between Michael Cohen and the president, and that's what they're worried about. Was it really about legal advice? Was it really about business advice? Or was it something that was dishonest?
Okay. So
or you know, some funny business involving Moscow and so forth.
Right. Obviously, they are very well connected. If you yourself are just kind of chatting with an attorney, is that privilege already set? Or do you need to have a better relationship with them? You know, let's say we meet for the first time. Is there that instant privilege?
No, there has to be an established attorney-client privilege. If you and I are out at O'Brien's pub,
well, hey, I'll hit you up for that, Brian.
that we just heard about, and we're having a beer and we're talking about the Red Sox, there's no attorney-client privilege. On the other hand, if you and I are talking and you're saying, Brian, you know, I'm thinking about buying a house, and you know, there's some real estate questions I've got, and I say, okay, you know, now we have a lawyer-client privilege, lawyer-client relationship. Then it's privileged, and the communication can't go any further.
Establishing that right
unless you break it. Now, if you start talking to all your friends about it, or if there's a third person standing there that's not a lawyer, there's no privilege.
Very interesting.
So it's a little complicated. Even judges sometimes don't get it. Believe it or not.
Good to know. Well, I feel like you shed a lot of information there, Brian. Thank you so much.
Good to see you,
We're going to the pub. For more free legal advice from Brian, be sure to visit roadshow.com.
No legal advice there, though.
Click on the Legal Logic channel.